What is up, everybody? Been a minute. We took 2 weeks, went to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for family vacay, and then had to come back and catch up on the normal stuff that pays bills. Didn't do much video-wise or working on all the junk sitting around here-wise. Took a little Volkswagen show trip in the double cab, which is running awesome. Still need to do a little bit of carb tweaking on it because it's running just a little fat. But I think just step down in jet size will be good to go. So, just going to give a quick update on what's going on, and going to get back on this thing this week. My goal is by the end of this week to have it started, because pushing it in and out is a pain in the butt. I want my lift freed up, and it needs to run. So, show you what all is happening. So, we'll start out last week. We'll walk out here. Last week, I took a whirlwind one-day drive to Columbia, South Carolina, and picked this dude up. 1989 Isuzu Trooper, all original aside from somebody swapped those rodeo / Honda Pilot wheels on. Otherwise, all OG, all stock, completely rust-free. Has the much beloved, get this thing open, much beloved GM 2.8 TBI V6 in it, which runs but makes some noises. But for right now it runs, so we're gonna just go with it. Like I said, completely rust free, which these don't exist in Ohio anymore. Jesus. 5-speed. Interiors, but I mean, it is what it is. So, pick this thing up. I had been looking for a Jeep, like an XJ or something to build. This popped up, so I think we're going to turn this into another overlanding rig. I know that I'm building Expo rigs like mad with the bus, but this would be more like a 4x. Go out and do some trail riding with. We did a lot of exploring up in Michigan, and I would like to do some more of that around here. So just off the beaten path, dispersed camping, that sort of thing. Kind of like what I'm building the bus for, but the ability to go a little further off-road. And I'm actually, crawl through all my other junk here, have this little trailer that my dad built years and years and years ago that we're going to do some modifications to. Throw the rooftop tent on it so that we can tow it with both the bus or the Trooper. Or we can toss the tent on the roof of the Trooper, or we can tow the trailer with the 4Runner, or we can tow the trailer with anything we want and have the tent and some supplies with us. So, trying to make everything as Swiss Army knife as possible. So, back to this thing. If you'll notice, it now has a pop top. It's not bolted in. This is a Sportsmobile roof from a bay window. Profile is just a little wrong here, but a tiny bit of trim and it's going to sit down perfect. And we'll have an awesome pop top. Takes care of all of my dented roof issues. Picked this up off Kevin outside of Lexington, Kentucky. Bought it right at the beginning of the whole pandemic thing, and dude held on to it for me this whole time. So on the way back from Columbia, picking up the Trooper, swung in and picked this dude up. So pretty stoked about that. Cutting a big hole in the roof. Before we do that, I'll get underneath and I'll show you what's going to happen underneath there to make it a little sturdier and make sure everything works. I don't know if I've ever shown the inside of this thing, but it's roughy toughy. Reasons why I don't feel bad turning what it is. You can see the entire bulkhead was cut out. It's actually completely missing. That's a bulkhead out of another bus. So we have no M code plate. We don't know anything really about this other than that it was mouse gray and it's a 64. But you can see floor damage. I've been thinking about what I want to do inside of here now. A few requirements I have, as I've been thinking, are some sort of shower, which I'm thinking about adding an outdoor shower to the outside, and then just setting up a tent that we can shower in outside just to get rinsed off. And then I actually picked up a chemical toilet that will go inside, and I need to figure out how to haul some water with us. Like 10, 11 gallons would be ideal. and a way to heat that water. So I'm looking at like tankless small water heaters. Possibly I can mount in there, and then figure out a way to carry some propane to run that, and also run heat if we're out and it's cold or whatever. So just been brainstorming a lot of things as to what's going to happen with it, but the biggie is this week I want to hear this thing fire up. I have my ECU back, so I'm going to get to work on the wiring, put the fuel cell in, figure out the plumbing for the all the plumbing for the fuel, and if the fuel pump I have will actually work, all that stuff to get that going. Other thing I decided was that I'm going to strip all of the factory wiring out of this because it sat so long. I know it's corroded. I know it's not going to be up to the task. Ordered a Speedway 22 circuit full harness with blade type fuses, modern LED flasher, the whole show. So I'm going to get all the wiring, go all new. And the other reason is with the camping accessories, I mean, we're going to need more circuits for the interior lights and everything else. And also I'm going to run some shore power so that we can have an inverter when we're plugged in. It'll charge everything, and basically it's going to be like a modern camper setup. So that's just a quick update, everything that's going on. I'm going to work today on getting radiator stuff situated underneath and start in on the harness so that hopefully this thing can start up. I at least want to hear it crank over and make spark, and then figure out what on earth I'm going to do about the fuel system. So there you go. That's the update, and look forward to a couple more. I know I say this all the time, but look forward to some more videos this week about this thing and getting it ready to go, and fingers crossed we can hear it fire up this week, because I don't want to push it back off the lift. So thanks for watching. Do the subscribe thing, watch my other videos, tell your friends. Drop me a comment if you have any input on anything I should add to this, and also if you have any input on what I should do with the Trooper as far as lift, bumpers, off-road equipment, blah blah blah. Leave it alone, sell it to one of you guys. So alright, cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.